in the queue. Jay Thomas at 16 after 7 o'clock. We're soon. Your share of $26,000, and that's a bunch of lettuce, baby.
Big ways. Sunshine go.
Big ways at the Q. This is Jay Thomas, AM and FM. It's 721, clearing 34. High today is going to be 65 and no rain expected. Overnight low 36. Have someone fat and warm with you. High tomorrow is going to be 72 and springtime is here. Sorry, Robin Redbreast coughing outside. Still very cold.
Come on and take.
And free checking,
All right,
too.
hand over your money here, boy. $26,000. $26,000. $26,000. A station that made it really big. WAYS. Big ways. Wow. And the Q2. This is Jay Thomas at 724. It's exciting, isn't it? Doesn't take much to turn you on. How about some breakfast this morning? That's right. At McDonald's. Put an Egg McMuffin in your nose. Talk like that. Or how about a hot cake? Oh, my hot cake. Or maybe some juice or a fruit cup. It's all at McDonald's.
And believe, and believe.
I believe. I believe. I believe. Big ways. And the big Q at 22 before 8 o'clock. Tangerine. The Style Soul Orchestra. Oh, this is Larry Del Williams. I'm playing myself a hit record, y'all. Good morning, Hotlanta. Oh, yeah. Big ways. WROQ. I wish that fellow was still alive. I'd have a gig. Me and that llama that can sing through his yunkus. It's 19 before 8 o'clock. And what do we have here? Well, this morning is bicentennial morning, and in the studio with us is what's your name this week? Oh, yes, Johnny America. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning, Jay, on this bright and beautiful morning in 1976. Hello, Americans. This is Johnny America, the soothsayer from Washington, D.C. On November 1st, 1765, the Stamp Act, levied by the British Crown, providing for stamps on newspapers, legal documents, pamphlets, playing cards, etc., goes into effect. Well, the colonists defy their royal governors and lower their flags at half-mast. Angered, Britain raises the taxes even higher, so the colonists fly their governors at half-mast. In retaliation, the colonists send a Stamp Act of their own to Britain. But the Stamp Act was canceled after only 2 performances. The Stamp brothers, Noel and Joel, would come out on stage, change into chicken suits, and do impressions of King George III. King George, not liking the association, not only canceled their performance, but had their tongues tarred and feathered before shipping them back to the colonies. This not only left a bad taste in the mouth of British audiences, but Noel and Joel were through as wine tasters from that moment on. And that's the way it was 200 years ago.
Wash the shore, baby. I'm on the beach over you. This is Jay Thomas at Big Ways and WROQ. It's 13 before 8 o'clock. Now, what is tonight? Tonight is Tuesday. That means the BCS band and college night, and all ladies unescorted in for free at the Treehouse. Guys, in for $1 if you show your valid college ID. See there, I made A and 2 Bs. Oh, thanks. Give me a buck. And also, the first drink is on the tree. Tomorrow night, the BCS band. They love it there. And then, on Thursday, guess who's going to be there? The BCS band. The Treehouse, East Independence at Sharon Amity, home of the biggest and best dance floor in town. Music from funky to beach, and remember, they were with the 49ers all the way.
Too young. I was much too young to know.
Good morning. Negotiations continue in Charlotte over legal papers from New York City that have been served on some citizens and Charlotte City officials. News editor John Kilgo has a comment on the CBS documentary on school busing in Charlotte and Boston. Details on those reports in a moment. Now, these items. The United States Supreme Court has agreed to review the federal government's power to compel state regulation of auto exhaust fumes. U.S. Justice Department sources in Washington report Attorney General Edward Levy decided to stay out of the Boston school desegregation issue because chances of urging the U.S. Supreme Court to review the case were minimal. At the request of Charlotte City Councilman Harvey Gantt, the city personnel office is to begin compiling statistics on police officers' pay from various areas of the state. The Charlotte chapter of the Fraternal Order of Police has made another appeal to City Council to place the salary of local policemen on a comparative basis with those in other cities. In Winston-Salem and Greensboro, the local FOP says an officer with 5 years service makes about $1,500 more per year than an officer in Charlotte with the same amount of service. H.R. Thompson, president of the FOP in Charlotte, says the 5% hike proposed in the city's fiscal budget for 1976-77 is not enough, and Thompson offered ways the city could find the money to raise local officers' pay.
There are many ways to cut our budget here in Charlotte. We can cut it by hiring Mecklenburg County police officers that are willing to transfer over.
It is beyond comprehension why CBS Network did not present the facts accordingly when it aired a documentary on school busing in Charlotte and Boston recently. Bigways News Editor-in-Chief John Kilgo comments.
I didn't think much of the CBS documentary on Friday night about the busing controversy in Boston and in Charlotte. They tried to equate, in my opinion at least, the situations here and the situation that exists in Boston. They showed some Concerned Parents Association rallies here that made it look like almost a mob scene. There was not that kind of violence in Charlotte on the part of the average citizen. The people in Charlotte did not like busing. They still don't like busing. The Gallup poll, according to the CBS show, says that 74% of the people in America don't like it, 20% do, and 6%, God bless them, don't know what you're talking about when you mention busing. But anyway, the situation in Charlotte has not been like it is in Boston. The people here have tried to make it work. You don't have to love something to obey the law. It is working in Charlotte. The public school system here is a leader. Boston will never catch up because there are too many people up there determined to flout the law. President Ford got into the act a couple of weeks ago. He threatened to intervene in the Boston case, but then common sense finally struck him. How can you intervene in a court case when riots have taken place in the street? Everywhere you turn around, if that would have happened, people would have been in the streets rioting to get their point in the White House. Anyway, the thing sadly lacking in the CBS report, in my opinion, where were the teachers? Why didn't they interview them? They're the people who've been in the thick of it, in the classroom, and that's where everything starts and ends. John Kilgo, Bigways News.
Weather outlook for Charlotte and vicinity. Warm with a 50% chance of rain by tonight, 70% predicted for Wednesday. The high today will range in the mid to upper 80s. Tonight's low should read about 65 degrees. The high tomorrow expected to be in the mid 70s. It's 82 degrees in Charlotte. I'm Howard Foster, and that's Bigways News.